opportunity to light the candle. I saw 3 hands once, so one by one hand. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Please be seated. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's start our meditation with the chanting. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. The 3 refuges. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Next page. The 5 precepts. Panati pata viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami adinādana viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami kāmesu micchācara viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami musāvādā sikkhapadang samadhiyami suramire majje pamadatthana viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. On the opposite page, let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the disruption of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy and material resources with those who are in need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagavā arahang sammā sambuddho viඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති. Homage to the Dhamma. Swāṅkhāto bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko ehi pansiko panahiko panccattang veditabbo viññohiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ñāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Sāmīci patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani Atta purisa punggala ඒස භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings. Offering of light. Gannesarappaditena dīpena tamadang sina tilokadīpang sambuddhang pujayami tamonudang. Offering of incense. Gandha sambharayuttena dūpenāhaṃ sugandhinā pūjaye pūjanīyaṃ taṃ pūjā bhājana muttamaṃ. Offering of flowers. Vannagandha gunopetaṃ etaṃ kusuma santatiṃ pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe pujemi buddhaṃ kusumena nena puññena etena labami mokkhaṃ uppang nilayati addhāyi dhammī kāyo tathāyati vināsa bhāvaṃ. Offering of water. Adhivasetu no bhante pāniyaṃ parikampitam anukampaṃ upādāya patiganhātu uttama. Offering of drinks. Adhivasetu no bhante gilāna paccayam imaṃ anukampaṃ upādāya patiganhātu uttama. Worship of shrines. Vandāmi cetiyaṃ sabbhaṃ sabbhatānesu patiṭṭhitaṃ sāririka dhātu mahābodhiṃ buddha rūpaṃ sakalaṃ sadā. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Ijjeva matcanta namaste niyam namaste manu Rate natte ang yang punyabhi sandhang vipulang alaptang tasansanubhavene hatante rayo. Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with the pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the linchpin in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good evening, everyone. Nice to have you all for our Wednesday meditation, to have this practice together. So we just did our chanting as a preparation for meditation. Now, before you bring your attention to the meditation, you can take a moment to feel yourself, to appreciate yourself, to rejoice the decision that you have made to come to this center, to join this meditation, spend these few minutes in your life practicing this meditation. So take a moment to appreciate yourself, to rejoice the decision that you have made. Deeply appreciating yourself. Now you can take a moment to make a determination The determination is that I will engage in a committed practice. I will make use of this wholesome guidance, this wholesome gathering, this wholesome wisdom. I will engage in a committed practice wholeheartedly. Make that determination now. With that determination, listen to the sound of the bell and the chanting that we are doing. The sound of the bell and the chanting will help you to settle your mind, to gather your attention into this present moment where you are right now. Until the very end of the sound of the bell and the chant, be with the sound.
Dear spiritual friends, in this good gathering, in this calm and quiet space, in this very wholesome moment, now we are moving slowly to our meditation. The most important moment in our life. The meditation on loving kindness and meditation on mindfulness through the breathing meditation. The loving kindness meditation help you to calm down yourself and tranquilize yourself and renew yourself and refresh yourself. The loving kindness meditation is guided meditation. Then we move to practice breathing meditation. Breathing meditation helps us to cultivate full awareness, attention, mindfulness. With the support of the mindfulness, we discern deeply the ongoing nature of changing. Therefore, we will dive ourselves into the loving kindness meditation. To practice loving kindness, we have to calm down ourselves. Bring your attention to your posture and observe the body is existing right here, right now. We are sitting on the cushion on the floor, or some of you are sitting on a chair. Firmly place your soles of the feet on the floor and try to sit at the edge of the areas of the chair and at the edge of the areas of the cushion, in the front edge of the cushion. And keep upright your body, upper body as much as possible. And place your palms on your lap or on your thighs. Observe your chin. If it is going parallel to the earth, your posture becomes in a shape of stupa, pagoda. Now scan and feel your body from the top of the head to the tips of your fingers and to the tips of your toes. Scan, scan, and scan. And feel internally and externally the entire body. You can feel all different feelings in all different areas of the body. In certain areas, you can feel some pressure, tightness. Sometimes there might be some kind of pains, some aches. Also there you can feel some lightness of some areas of the body. Sometimes you can feel some itching sensations and tingling sensations. Whatever the feelings that you have, you just acknowledge them, and then you can relax. The meaning of relaxation is you just drop down and slowly let it go. Gently give it up and let it to be on this cushion, on this floor, on this chair. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows and eyelids. Relax your both eyes. To relax your entire facial muscles, bring a beautiful smile, like smiling with a baby. Genuine, beautiful smile. You are smiling with yourself. Have a beautiful smile. The beautiful smile is bringing us a welcoming feeling. Feel your neck areas. Let the head to settle on the top of the bones of the backbone. Feel your both shoulders and shoulder blades. Just drop down, upper hand, lower hand, palms, fingers, fingertips, finger muscles. Just relax, relax, relax. Feel your tummy muscles, upper and lower back muscles. Relax, relax, relax. Feel your sitting muscles, thigh muscles, knee muscles, lower legs, kneecaps, lower legs, lower bones, lower muscles, heels, fingertips, soles of the feet. Feel them, relax them. Now you can feel that you are placing your body on this cushion, on this chair, and you can feel the gentle, uplifting feelings to your mind. Bring your attention to your mind. Feel and understand the real nature of your mind. In our mind, we have thoughts. Thoughts, 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 thoughts. It creates a white chat, inner chattering. Let it occur. Nothing to bother about that. But you observe this inner chattering is going on from the past to the present to the future. You know the past is gone. What we practice, let it go. Future is good. Nothing to anxious, nothing to be anxious, nothing to be worried. Having good plans always good. But understand the future is not yet come true. Then you bring your full attention to the present moment. The present moment is a present. It is a gift. Now you are holding your gift, your full attention to the present moment. Observe the nature of your mind right now. Truly, all the time, we experience a present moment. That is what we acknowledge right now. This is the good time, good moment, good second, good nanosecond to shape our mind into a wholesome, into a wholesomeness, wholesome way. It is the time to grow some wholesome qualities of our thoughts, of our mind, finally. To uplift, to reshape our mind, we practice loving kindness. Loving kindness, love and kindness. Sometimes love just itself not define the real peace, but love with the kindness gives a blessing, peaceful, gentle light impressive experience. You bring loving kindness thoughts into your mind. To understand the nature of loving kindness, there is a beautiful simile that you can find. The sutta called metta, the loving kindness discourse, which we use to study, chant, and practice in our life. This simile is a mother who takes care of her only baby. Our present moment we take care of very well. We take care of our mind very mindfully, like a baby, newborn baby. Very gently reach there, very gently touch it, like touching a petal of a flower. Very gently, close to your mind, like pondering very carefully a butterfly or a bee, and introduce this wholesome, beautiful thought process. Loving kindness, loving kindness. Loving kindness always carries all different other supportive thoughts: compassion, tolerance, patience, appreciations, forgiveness, truthfulness, worthiness, gratitude, caring, and sharing. Being ready to welcome. Always prepare yourself to have a beautiful smile. This beautiful smile comes from your bottom of your heart, not giving extra judgmental criticism onto your beautiful loving kindness smile. That is the beauty of loving kindness. Loving kindness. May my mind be well, be happy, be peaceful. May my mind grow in all good qualities of loving kindness, compassion, tolerance, fragrance. Of loving kindness travel all over the mind. It is a fragrance. It is a fragrant and also it is a colorful appearance, features. Beautiful, fragrant flower, a lotus bud blossoming within. Let it blossom itself and give enough caring, watering, fertilizing. May my mind be well, be happy, be peaceful. Loving kindness, awareness, loving kindness thoughts become a kind of invisible, sharpened set of tools to heal the body, this sitting motionless body. It is a very powerful vibration to vibrate the entire body, from the skin to the internal organs and systems, into the cells, into the cascades of the cell, into the chromosomes of the cells, into the DNA replications, helix of the DNAs. The loving kindness become a strong, very powerful element that can travel throughout the body without any difficulties, giving nourishing power and energy to everywhere of the body, of the cells, into the molecular levels. Loving kindness is a catalyst to change everything. May the skin of this body be healed and penetrate the skin. May the muscles of this body be healed. May the bones of this body be healed. May all the joints of this body be healed. May all the bone marrows of this body be healed. May all the systems, vital factories, vital organisms, vital activities in the systems, respiratory system and cardiovascular system, be healed, be healed, be healed. Deeply appreciating both of the systems, we vibrate in a wholesome way to heal them. From the tongue to the end of the large intestine, radiate loving kindness to entire system, the digestive system. Be healed, be healed, be healed. Feel loving kindness vibration travel to each and every corner of the digestive system. Radiate the loving kindness energy to the genitourinary system. Heal them, heal them. Radiate loving kindness to the most complex and most valuable system of the body, the central nervous system, the brain, all different areas of the brain, and to the spinal cord, all different neuron ends, outputs throughout the backbone. The entire peripheral nervous system of this body. Be healed, be tranquilized, be set, be settled, just relax, be healed. Feel the loving kindness mentally, and physically. Share your beautiful loving kindness with your friends in front, on both sides, behind, above and below. May all the people in this moment, at this moment, at this place, be well, be well. May you be able to feel the loving kindness mentally and physically. Spread the loving kindness fragrance all around the building, all around the neighborhood, all around the city, all around the neighboring cities, county and neighboring counties, all around the state, neighboring states, all around the nation, and beyond the nation, all the countries far distance. May all the people everywhere around the planet, around the globe, be healed, be well, be peaceful. Not only people, we focus our attention to even tiny creatures, all different animals, seen and unseen, large and small, long and short, visible and invisible, in all different directions, front, back, right, left, above, and below. May all beings have happy mind. Sabbe sattha bhavantu sukhi tatta. Let others to enjoy the fragrance of your love, the beauty of your love. Bring your beautiful, lovely attention to yourself. Settle on your own loving kindness nest like a bird, a snowbird, settling his own branch or his own hole, his own space. We are settling in our love. Be well, be well. Loving kindness. Be well, be well. slowly and gently switch our awareness into different object for our meditation. We practice breathing meditation. Bring your attention to your in-breath and out-breath. Feel the touch sensation of the air on your upper lips, inside the nostrils, or nasal cavity, or the feelings of expansion of your chest muscles. Feeling the diaphragm, the belly muscles, expansion and contraction. Feel in breathing, feel the out breathing. Practice breathing meditation. In your breathing meditation, mainly you are looking for two benefits. One, you are sharpening your awareness and mindfulness, and you develop the ability to penetrate and discern and understand the real nature of in-breath and out-breath, nature of everything, from micro level to macro level to micro level, arising and ceasing, changing and changing. Practice breathing meditation until you hear the bell.
දුක්ඛප්පත්තාච නිදුක්ඛා භයප්පත්තාච නිබ්භයා සෝකප්පත්තාච නිස්සෝකා හොන්තු සබ්බේපි පානිනු. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. And let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this peaceful meditation in our life. And let's deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the great teachers in the past who transmitted this practice, this wisdom from generation to generation. And also you can appreciate the guidance, the instructions you received for this meditation today. And also let's deeply feel grateful to anyone else who helped us today to practice this meditation peacefully and comfortably. Let's deeply feel grateful for them, to the people who arranged and cleaned this place for you, who are taking care of this center for you, and even these non-living things that we are using for our meditation. Let's appreciate that support, the cushion, the chair you are sitting on, this bell, the device which helped to connect to this meditation from home. With deep gratitude and appreciating the support to conclude this meditation, let's say Sadhu 3 times together. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Okay. Thank you, Bante, for your guidance for meditation. Bante Pema is joining from Malaysia. Bante, good morning.
Good evening, Bante. Nice to see you all.
Yes, Bante. So today we have a new Bante, new monk with us to practice this meditation, Bante.
Yes.
Bante.
Yeah, welcome, Bante Sadhananda. Nice to have you. I'm so glad that you are here to help us these days. Welcome to Pittsburgh. Yes. Okay, Bante. How is the weather there, Bante? Is still is the weather still warm?
Maybe inside Bante. Even inside is a little bit chilly, the basement area.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to wait maybe 2 more weeks, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, Bante. So I'm sorry, Bante. I've just chant and may everything be warm and smooth for you. I'm just enjoying the warm weather here. It's 80 degree today. So let us.
Bante, 80 degrees too much. I think we really enjoy it.
Yeah, actually too much, Bante. Yes, it's too much. Very difficult to go out. Yeah. So we usually go out and do our walking, early in the morning. About 5:36, we go out and walk
Yeah.
and come back before 7, 8. Okay, Bante. So we are discussing the Loving Kindness Sutra these days, right, Bante? We are in verse number 6. Are we in the verse number 6 now?
Yes. No, Bante. So we are in fifth and sixth, right, Bante? Fifth.
Yeah. So maybe we read it together, right, Bante?
Okay. Fifth and sixth, the two verses, Bante.
Yes. Page number. What's the page number?
Page number 16. In page 16, the last two verses. Let's read the English translation. Visible or invisible, living near or far, born or those who are coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere, neither in anger or in ill will should anyone wish harm to another.
Okay, Bante. Okay. Maybe we try to cover the, yeah. So visible and invisible, and living near or far, and beings who are born and who are in the process of being birth, and we all beings have happy minds. That is that one, right, Bante?
Yeah.
Living. So I think now, so we in this section of the discourse, we talk about different ways that we can cultivate loving kindness, and particularly at this stage, we kind of spread or radiate our loving kindness to all different kinds of beings. So these verses, what we find is talking about different categories of beings. Even in the last previous verse, Bante, we also talked about different categories, right?
Yeah.
Rasawa, Thavarawa, like those beings who are moving, those beings are not moving. So thinking about these categories, for example, seen or visible or invisible, right? So I think there are two meanings to this original Pali word, Dittava, Adittava, right? So it could mean like beings whom we have seen in our lives so far, and beings whom we haven't seen so far in our life. So we can think about the beings we have seen and beings we have not seen. On the other hand, it can also mean the beings who are visible to our senses, and then beings who are not visible to our senses. So here actually sometimes we only think about the beings whom we can see, but in this particular practice of loving kindness, we also think about beings who may not be visible to us, but just because they are not visible to us does not mean that they don't exist. Because our senses are limited. Our senses are limited. Our senses can capture only certain aspects of the reality. So certain beings can be visible to us, and certain other beings can be not visible to us. Even in the smaller size, micro, and level animals are not visible to our naked eye. But at the same time, we also think about beings in other dimensions, different dimensions, for other beings, maybe like, for example, other ghosts or whatever the name you call, ghosts or spirits or other divine beings. So So just because we can't see them doesn't mean they don't exist. Therefore, in practice of loving kindness, we even think about beings who are not visible to us. And also can mean that beings whom we have seen or not seen yet. So that's important category. We think about in terms of our sensory capacities, beings visible and invisible. And then the second category is beings who are living near and far. Right. So then we can find the space. So that is the other categorization, and we can categorize the beings who are near to us, and beings who are very far away from us. And usually, normal human, tendency is that we only care about beings around us, because those are the immediate beings that we encounter. So we can think about them. But in deeper practice of loving kindness, space is not a burden, like a distance. We try to even overcome the distance. So thinking in our mind that beings, the beings living even far away places, and may they also be well and happy. So it's not only the beings who are near to us that matter, but actually even beings who are far away. So that's the other categorization. And in terms of the space, near and far. The next one is also very interesting categorization. So we find the Bante, how the translation go there? The beings who are being already born, and Bhuta and Sambhavi Siva.
Sambhavi Siva, yeah, right. Maybe in our translation, it goes. Those both is translated born, and or Sambhavesi, those are coming to birth,
Yeah.
about to get to be born.
This is a very interesting categorization because here born means that beings who are already come out and then has already living as living beings. The second category are the beings who are still in the process of getting birth, or and mainly here they are what we really one meaning is that the beings are still in the mother's womb. They are not born yet, but they are in the process of being born, or maybe beings who are in the eggs, fertilized eggs. So in the process of being born. So in practicing of loving kindness, our object of loving kindness, or we try to include not only the beings who are already born and fully fledged beings, but we also want to send our loving kindness to beings who are still in the making, still in the process, who are in the mother's womb and like fetuses, and then eggs, like even like fertilized eggs. So those things are also part of our loving kindness, and we want all these already born beings and also beings who are in the process of being born to be well, to be safe, to have well-being. So that's another categorization we mean. So we can discuss that, Bante, and then yeah. So so there's a detailed list of beings here, previous one and the current today one. So what I think here, what this loving kindness sutra is helping us. So when we think about all these categories of beings, it is helpful for us to truly feel loving kindness. I think in practice of loving kindness, we have to find an interesting balance. First, here, mainly we want to be inclusive. We want to, radiate our loving kindness to all beings, without exception. All life, all forms of life. We have to. We try to be inclusive and expand our loving kindness to include all living beings. But at the same time, we should also feel, we have to have an authentic feeling about it. I think the loving kindness, it's not simply an intellectual, or like rational, wish, or simply an articulation, simply verbalization of these words. but it's an emotional, more like a affective quality. So, for example, if I just start by saying that may all beings be well and happy, if I just start like that, and there is an element of loving kindness there, but we may not really feel about who are these all living beings. May all living beings be well and happy. It's very abstract, very abstract. So this sutta is doing is like helping us to like come closer, look closer to different categories of beings, and they're helping us to like have that feeling, because all living beings can be too abstract, too distant. But when you think about beings who are living near and far, beings who are visible and invisible, and beings who are moving and not moving, and think about all these different categories, it makes it more practical. We know that we are directly relating to these beings who are around us and whom we have some experience with. So I think this doing is helping us. At one way is to be inclusive, but at the same time to help us to feel the loving kindness, generate that feeling of loving kindness. And then once we go through all this categorization, mentioning different categories, then we at the end we can go to like all living beings. Like we can go beyond specific categories. But at the beginning, we need to like think about these different categories to get the feeling of it, and then go beyond. Any other thoughts or suggestion, Bante?
Well said, Bante. And little bit to share actually, Bante, when we are focusing to the all different beings here, we used to think we think to use and this way that we have to draw our attention to far away. But actually, if you confine into this organism, this fathom long body, from top to bottom, on your top of the tips of the fingers, there are hundred, thousands, millions, billions, and trillions of tiny, what is the word? Organisms. So actually, to practice real meditation, it is enough to have yourself to truly spread such a vast loving kindness among all beings.
So starting with our own organism. Right? So thinking, yeah, and so the helping us to go through all this list of categories, and then and at the same time helping us to go beyond those categories. I think because we generally, we can have our own prejudices. Sometimes we may like beings who are of course, when we think about the animal world, there are beings, there are certain animals that we really love, we really like, and there are other animals that we don't really like, and sometimes we are afraid of them. And then, so in normal human way, we see them, we have prejudices. So certain animals we love, we like, and other animals, we kind of wary of them. Can you think about animals that we really love?
Dogs. All of them.
Cockroaches? How about
These days,
cockroaches?
Bante, I love really the peace dog who are running behind monks.
Even my dog.
Yeah.
Hello. So of course, yeah, people like dogs so much, people like cats so much, maybe people like bunnies, right? And then I don't know, how about raccoon, or maybe cockroaches? How about cockroaches and spiders? So
Snakes.
yes, yeah. So we have those different prejudices. We like certain animals, we don't like other animals. But this sutta is kind of guiding us and and helping us to move beyond those prejudices and just simply treat all these beings, whatever the human perception we have about them, but they are ultimately beings. They are ultimately breathing beings. So in practicing loving kindness, helping us to move beyond those prejudices. So that's the other meaning of this different list.
That is why, Bante, last week when we were talking about, I mentioned about the fear, and what I wanted to even right now to tell about that uh, cockroaches. When Bante was mentioning about the cockroaches or raccoon or that kind of animals, we feel some sort of unfortunately disgusting type of thoughts and or fear. Practicing this meditation, we shape us up ourselves to welcome so-called negative side and positive side in the same way. It means actually we come out of the fear and so-called disgusting feelings or thoughts or whatever. We repress ourselves to welcome, we prepare ourselves to welcome everybody and everything. It
Yes,
is
Bhante.
a great solution, Bante. It is a great solution to bring peace
To
because,
ourselves.
yeah,
Because of this fear, because of these prejudices, biases that we have, we may be disturbed by just simply seeing, certain animal, and then of course so I think Bante is what I think you are saying, that by training our mind this way, um, we will not be disturbed, and we will simply be able to maintain the peace.
and also if we know that some sort of danger is there, then we can prepare ourselves to rescue ourselves, having good attention instead of getting fear and or some other thoughts. We can prepare ourselves
And even, yeah, yes,
without
Bante.
disturbing them to live with them.
Yeah, actually, fear can freeze us, right? Fear is not helping us to even to save ourselves, right? So,
Actually, three different uh, way of responding us into that freeze. It is, we can put in this way: fight, flight, and freeze. 3F.
but with when we practice loving kindness, although there can be a prominent danger in front of certain animals, but we will not go to that in extreme kind of fear. So therefore, we know how to act wisely and intelligently, mindfully. So yeah, we can, yeah. So yeah, I think it's really important for us to keep on thinking about these categories. I think so. That is this that is what this sutta is doing to help us to be so. Yeah. Bante, can we move to the next verse too? Do we have enough time for the next verse?
Yeah, yes, Bhante, yeah.
Uh, so the next verse, can you read that part, Bante, a little bit?
In, okay, in Pali or in English, Bhante?
English.
Okay. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. Neither in anger or in ill will should anyone wish harm no another.
Okay, this is all different level of loving kindness. So up to this point, we as a practitioner of loving kindness, extending our good wishes and genuinely feeling and genuinely radiating our wish of well-being to all different categories of beings. So we think about all me, everyone, without exception, all these beings, different categories of beings, be well and happy. And now, from this point onward, what this particular verse is doing is, it's a whole different level of loving kindness. In addition to wishing well-being to all beings, we are wishing may all other beings also love each other. May all other beings also, be friendly to each other. So the earlier level, we as the center of this wish, we try to be friendly to to everyone, and we radiate our loving kindness from this center to all directions, to all different categories of beings. But then at this level, not only we wish them to be well, but we also wish that may those beings also be friendly to each other. May all those beings also do not, despise anyone, and may all those beings do not even look at each other in angry manner. So that is a whole different level of loving kindness. Like wishing that not let no one despise anyone anywhere, and not other people, not out of anger, ill will, may they not even look at each other. May they not harm each other. So all the other beings among themselves may also do not harm or hurt. May they also be friendly. So I had this image of Bhante, for example, when the first level, when we practice loving kindness, we are at the center and we extend our loving kindness over different direction. I'm thinking like I'm like a spider in the middle, and now I'm extending my loving kindness to all different direction, all different categories of beings. And then at this stage, I think that okay, in addition to that, may all other beings also be friendly to each other, be kind to each other. It's like the other. So in the spider's net. So first we have main mechanical lines. Main key lines. We can call them what you call longitude. The lines, and then in after that, in addition to those main lines, then we can have other connecting lines to each other. So that's the kind of image I get when you read this part. That maybe we wish that may all other living beings also have loving kindness to each other. Not only me wishing them well-being, and not only me radiating loving kindness to them. May each and every living being among themselves also have loving kindness for each other.
And Bante, when you were telling this, I have experience several times, but what I have seen there, when I am moving from one direction and another mom was coming towards me and going to the store, and the baby who was with her, and that baby was looking at me. What I noticed that mother did, don't look at. I think that because mother knows that this little boy is seeing some not a regular man having this kind of clothes, and sometimes the baby will be having some sort of unfriendly thoughts or repulsive kind of thoughts. That might be the
Not a
reason.
family image, right? So the family
image
image.
image so try to heal both sides. I mean both sides, not only the baby, and we also feel okay, we can live here.
So maybe the baby, the boy is staring at you, and then mother wants to guide him.
Heal, yeah.
Um, Bhante Metta, that phrase, Nanya Manyasa Dukkha Michaya, right? Nanya Manyasa Dukkha Michaya. And how it has been translated there. Nanya Manyasa Dukkha Michaya.
Yeah. It is maybe to each other, right, Bante? No one wish to suffer.
Suffer, yeah. Dukkha, yeah, like,
No one wish suffering for another.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Dukkha Ichchaya, right? May they not wish suffering, even like wish suffering to each other. Yes. That's a very interesting wish, right, Bante? So we can
Yeah.
wish that may all other living beings do not wish harm to each other. May they not may they not have any willingness for others' suffering, right? So it's a great wish. I think this is a different. That's why I mentioned that it's a different stage of loving kindness.
And it seems like, Bante, if you deeply analyze it, it has a kind of where, like like emptiness. That because if you have beings who are not giving some sort of unfriendliness to each other, actually, finally, what happens? They all have enlightened.
Yes, and
I
they
mean,
they
it is not something just to laugh or smile. Just actually, what they have done is they are not even having a bite of grass into their mouth. That because they are hurting the grass. Any creatures that invisible. That is what I mean. They are not really doing that, but in our heart we have such kind of advanced, peaceful mentality that radiating loving kindness truly among all creatures, all everybody. It is a kind of enlightening type of experience within.
So yes, Bhante, our goal is to, nurture. His goal is to develop an enlightened society, enlightened community. Yeah. Okay, Bhante, I think we have been talking too much. I think we should give at least few minutes for our friends to ask any questions. So otherwise, we are not being kind to them. Loving. Anyone would like to share anything or ask more clarification of those, a very important sutta?
Yes.
I was just going to ask if you could cover a few more of the Pali translations. Are there any other terms that are notable here that we should know?
For which words you mean?
For either verse, yeah. Are there any other? I like how you covered that last line in verse 6.
Yes, Bante. So maybe you asked about some kind of Pali notion, Pali terms, right?
Right.
What is the question, Bhante? Any Pali
Any
term?
other, the Pali, Bante.
Is there any other translation you mean?
Well, no,
No,
just
I mean-
asking if there's any of the Pali words that
Yes.
are notable
For the similar,
that we should know the translation for.
Yeah.
So which Pali term, Bhante? Which Pali term?
No, maybe Bante, for each word here, particularly maybe some special words, two words here. The last line maybe that will be special. Vyarosana, patiga sanya. It is translated Bante anger and ill will here in our translation. So simply in Pali we have a dosa or such kind of the levels of anger in some other Pali words we have, right, Bante?
Yeah, Vyapada, Vyapada, dosa, Vyapada, yeah.
Yeah, aversion.
I think that, out of ill will or out of anger or out of ill will or out of resentment, may no one look at each other or may no one, wish harm to each other. Right? So the opposite of loving kindness, right? So Vyarosana,
Yeah, actually, but yeah, there are some, as Bhante mentioned, maybe the Pali terms, dosa or vyapad, these kind of krodha, right, Bhante? Some very subtle differences of the mental stages of anger. Very simply,
even
very simple. Yeah,
even upanaha,
panaha. Yeah,
there are subtle variations of that state.
yeah.
We can, even in English, we can have like resentment,
Aversion,
resentment, aversion, uh, and then
anger, hatred, and sympathy.
rage. When it's really, really big, we can say rage, very expressive. And ill will is more like a prolonged kind of anger. So, this mental state is have different shades. But I think loving kindness allow us to go beyond them.
Okay, Bhante. Now time is
Yes.
okay to conclude our discussion. we can go any more extend the verses today. We have four more gathas, four more stanzas or the verses here. We can continue in next week, Bhante.
That's one thing. Yes. We can move to the next part.
Okay. If so, let's go to our next part of our program. Please turn to page 14. Transference of merit to departed relatives. We will transfer these merits that we acquired with our departed relatives. Whoever departed relatives who have done many things for the progress of our life, for the well-being of our life. Just think about them and share these merits with them. May our relatives share our goodness. May they also be happy and rejoice our goodness. Idammi ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idammi ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idammi ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Transference of merits to all the sentient beings. All the beings who ever accept and able to share our merits, may they do so. Ittavataca amhehi sambataṃ puñya sampadam sabbe devānumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhiyā sabbe bhūtānumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhiyā sabbe sattānumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhiyā. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing, may the people prosper in their lives, may there be peace and happiness in the world, may the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering, may all those who are in fear be free from fear, may all those who are in grief be free from grief, may all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act become the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. Now let's turn to our blessing service. We are going to chant the Karaniya Metta Sutra, the Metta Sutra. Just we are on our discussion. We wish that may you all receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha, who originally uttered this sutta with great compassion to all beings. With these blessings, may you all be well, be happy, and receive good health and healing. And you may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, relatives, friends, people who are sick. Recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo Tasse Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tasse Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tasse Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Karaniya manta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamicce sakko ujuca sujuca suvaco canse mudu anatimani santunse koca subharoce appakincoce sallavka vunti santindriyo Nipakoce apagabbu kulesu ananugindo nace kundang samacare kincena vinyu pare upavadeyum sukhino va kemino huntu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitanta kecipana bhutat Tasava Thavarava Anavasesa Digava Emantava Majjimaram Kanukatola Diktava Eva Addittaye Chadure Vasanti Avidure Bhutava Sambhave Seva Sabbe Santa Bhavantu Sukhitanta Naparo Parang Nikumbete Nati Mangite Kanta Chinang Kanchi Vyarosena Patiga Sanya Nanya Manyam Sadukka Michye Mata Yatani Yang Puntang Ayusa Eka Punta Manurakke Vampi Sabba Bhuti Sumana Sangbhavaye Aparimanang Mittancha Sabba Lokasming Mana Sangbhavaye Aparimanang Uddhang Adoce Tiriyanche Asangbadang Averang Asapatam Tintang Charang Nisinno Vasayano Vayavatam Savigatamindo Etang Sating Aditteya Brahma Tang Viharang Idamaho Dittinche Anupagam Silevadasanene Sampanno Kami Suvinaya Gedang Naijatu Gamba Seyang Punareti Itena Satcha Vajjena Suttite Hotu Sambhada Itena Satcha Vajjena Sambharogo Vinapsatu Itena Satcha Vajjena Hotu Te Jaya Mangalang
Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbrogo vinasatu mate bhavattvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te.
Let's spend a moment of reflection. Reflect your own good deeds, kind deeds. Whenever you have done whatever kind deeds in which you helped someone during last few days, few seconds, let's rejoice those kind deeds. Please repeat after me. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Now you can recall to your mind a kind deed done by someone else, whether to you or others. If somebody gave you something, if somebody was there at least to listen to you, if somebody showed some kindness, compassion towards you, even a simple short moment, recall those moments. Let's rejoice. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others, with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
foster gratitude and fellowship among living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
nurture goodness in me
nurturing goodness in me,
and many living beings.
many living beings.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Thank you, Bante. Bante, what is
Yes,
the time
Bhante.
now? Early morning still?
And now it's no, now it is actually 10 o'clock here in the morning. So it's so nice to see all of our friends, and I really appreciate everyone's commitment to continue to practice. And I'm deeply thankful to Bante Purna and Bante Metta, and also Bante Sadananda. And I look forward to see you again in another session. So I'll be here for a few more weeks.
And also thank you
Yeah,
so
I will
much,
be back.
Bante, inviting this weather.
Thank you, Bante.
Okay.
I'll come soon, in only few more weeks. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
Bante.
Bante. Good night to you all.
Good night.
And I wish you a very, very safe drive back.
Okay, thank you everyone, and also our YouTube friends who joined online. A few of our friends have put some comments and some greetings. So thank you everyone. So see you in our next meditation session. See you, and wish you all good health.
Time to have blessing.